Flosstube number 41. My name is Hanneke, and if you are new here, I hope you're going to enjoy this Flosstube. I have quite a bit for you. It's been 4 weeks since my last video, so I have done quite a bit. I've been doing different kinds of things, so I will show you different kinds of things. I am doing cross stitch. I have a new reproduction pattern finished, so I'm going to show you that. And I have progress, new starts, fully finished, ready for Christmas. And then at the end, I will also do some of my old couture embroidery that I'm doing a course on that. So I'm going to show you some more of my coursework, and I hope you enjoy that too. It has been quite windy, and I love that. So we've had Storm Benjamin, I think the name was, and it wasn't as bad as they said it was going to be, but it's still very windy, and it's very autumny. Love it. I'm going to show you a teacup because that's what I also do. I collect Royal Albert teacups, only the lady cups, mind you. And this one I'm going to show you is from the Ancestral series, and it's England's Glory. And this is a series I wish I could find more of because I think it is beautiful. And like I said, this is England's Glory. And there are others that are just stunning. So it has a scene, and this one has a castle, which I think is very pretty. And then it has the roses. So pretty. I have no idea where I got this. It has been quite a long time. This was one of the relatively early ones. I think it was here at the market somewhere. And then it has a beautiful little plate saucer. Isn't that pretty? I love that. And I've got a flower tea, so I've got rose and goudsbloem. I've no idea what that is in English. I'm sorry. And lavender. So it's a very soft tea. It's very nice. Right, so I hope you've got something to drink as well, and then we can enjoy it together. Where to start? I'm going to start with my Christmas endeavors. What I've been doing is that I'm getting ready for a Christmas market. I'm not sure if I told you that last time. I think I did. So a colleague of mine, she often does markets. So she's a sewer, and then she goes to market and has all these bags, little bags, bigger bags that she sells. And she said to me, "Why don't you put some of your cross stitch on the table and we'll see if it sells." So she has a market at the end of November. And I thought that's perfect. It's lovely for Christmas, and I can see what I can make for that. And I've been focusing very much on making ornaments, and I'm loving it. So I've made 2 ornaments, and I'm going to pop in a picture here of 2 ornaments I made for a colleague. She asked me to make 2 similar ones with the letters of her sons, so a P and a J. So those, I don't have them anymore because I've given them to her, obviously. So those I did make, and I loved making that for her. And yeah, it felt nice to have a purpose for it. So that was lovely. And now I'm making something for the market. So I'm going to show you the whole thing, and then I'll show the little ones one by one. So these are I hope to have 2 of these stands to put on the market table or stool or whatever. And I'm going to sell these little ones. They're all the same size. And I will tell you where I get all the patterns from. I've got 3 more that will go on the second tower. But isn't that lovely? If you would see this at a market, what would you think? Would you like it, or would you walk past it? I think it's very, very sweet and pretty. And to be honest, if I don't sell anything and I can just take this home for me for Christmas, that's fine too. So there we are. I think this is absolutely lovely. And I will go through all the little ones. Now what I do for finishing, and these are 7 centimeters on the inside. So the inner circle is 7 centimeters. So these are quite small. And then what I do is I have nice sort of brownish paper, and I use my Big Shot to have the perfect circles, and I just glue that on. I do use Glicerine at the back of this, just to firm it up a little bit. And then these things are plastic. They look wooden, but they are plastic and they are quite cheap. Now this is a pattern from Shannon Christine. It is from, I think it's 3 penguins in a row, and I've obviously stitched one of the penguins. This is also a Shannon Christine one, and it was in her regular club. It is no longer there, so there's no point in becoming a member if you really like this one. But she has quite a few out, and like today we get another Christmassy one, and this time it is a very small Christmas tree. So probably make 1 or 2 of those as well. But this one I wasn't sure whether I was going to like it, but I do love it. I think it's very pretty. Very pretty. It's annoying to stitch this bit, really. It has so many different colors, but it's very pretty in the end. And again, I put something on the back. This was also one that we got in her club. So if you like these kinds of patterns, they're all in her Christmas, no, not a Christmas club, sorry, it's in her regular club. And this one's very cute. And then these 2 I've shown you last year. These are from Renato Parolin. I like them, but I found them a little bit boring to stitch, I'll be honest. It's a lot of white, and white is not my favorite. This one's, well, both of them I really like. But they do also take quite a bit of time. And I'm still not sure about what price to ask for, but you know, the more stitching they ask. Then this is one of my favorite, well, it is my favorite, I think. This is also from Shannon Christine, and this is also in the regular club. This is also no longer available. And she does usually then at some point just sell the pattern. But I haven't seen it anywhere other than just in the club, and now it's gone. Isn't that pretty? I've made 2 of these now. Ta-da! They're so cute. I thought I could do one with the green sock instead of the red, but I haven't gotten around to that one yet. Then I have this one. I made this quite a while ago. So this is the Gerster Christmas star flower we do like. I don't love this one, but there you are. Then this one I made it twice as well. One of them has mistakes in, but I'm not going to tell you which one. Doesn't really matter, does it? Very cute. I've used different flosses. I just use leftover flosses or thrifted floss for this. And they are very cute indeed. And this is a free pattern, and this is from, it is a French designer, I think. I will try to look it up and put it in my description box. But this is a free one, a freebie. And you can find it on Pinterest. But do have a look at who made it and have a look at their regular designs, because that is the point of a freebie, isn't it? And then this one, and this one I made myself because I had an idea in my head and I thought, I think this will be nice. And then I made it. I've never designed anything, but I was quite pleased with this one. So it is in my Etsy shop. If you're interested, you can find it there. It's a tiny one. It's about 48 by 48 stitches, and I put a little ginger house in the middle there. And I love the hollies. I didn't know I could make hollies like that, but there you go. I made hollies like that. I think it's very cute. I was thinking about maybe making one or two more with a different centerpiece. Or you could just leave the centerpiece out and just put your initials or something there. So I think it turned out nicely. I'm very happy with this design, which is not a reproduction this time. It is an actual design. It's only tiny. But if you're interested, you can go to my Etsy shop with it, which is a Dutch Stitcher design, and you can also find a link in my description box. Now those are all my little ones that I've made for the market, and I'm very proud of it, but it does take a lot of stitching. So yeah, it has taken up quite a lot of my time, but I don't want to be on that market and have only 4 or 5 things, because I think it draws the eye more if there's more stuff. So I'm hoping to get another 5 done. So I have the 2 towers filled up, and we can put that on her market stall. And hopefully people will like it. So that was all my Christmas stitching, and I love Christmas stitching. I love Christmas, mind you. For those in the Netherlands, I have already been to Intratuin, which is where you can buy Christmas trees and Christmas decorations, and they do a whole thing in the shop. So they really decorate it. And there are, maybe I have a picture of it. There's a picture of it where they completely decorated a small kitchen area with all the Christmassy stuff, 2 Santas in there, and it's just getting you in the Christmas mood. So I loved going. And I might go somewhere else tomorrow again to enjoy the Christmassy stuff. I haven't put anything up at home yet, but I think the 1st of November will be my. It's just way too early, but who cares? It's fun. Right, that moves me to my proper reproduction. So this is a design. This one I bought at an antiques market. So this is the original. This is from 1900, and it is stitched on linen, uh, and it is still in relatively good condition, given that it is over 100 years old, 125 years old. There is a crochet border around it, and that has been damaged over. It looks like it's been burned a little bit as well. So this is an absolutely lovely. I fell in love with this one when I was at the market. Was lucky enough to be able to purchase it, and charting up something like this is very quick, especially after my first design, which is that flowery piece. So this one is very different, very, goes much quicker. And so I think was it Tuesday or Wednesday when I finished stitching. That very same day, the mailman came. And the mailman sent me some presents. And I knew this present was coming because this is from Jenny. And Jenny lives in Lemoore, not sure. I'm sorry, Jenny. But you live in America. And you had contacted me via email saying, "Oh, I can crochet, so I can sort you out with a border on that." So I've sent all the um, measurements and stuff. Received 3 samples, and then a day later 2 more samples to choose from, which is just so kind. And the day that I finished stitching it was the day the beautiful full border arrived in the mail. So thank you very much, Jenny, for doing this. It is perfect. The crochet is so incredibly neat. It is beautiful, and I'm loving it. I've not yet attached it because I have to figure out how to do this. and I want to take my time to do that. But I will show all of it, and I hope I can. So I have pinned it so you can see it. And as you can see, I have finished the stitching. Mine is slightly smaller than the original, and my red is deeper. So I've used the Gentle Arts Schoolhouse Red. And I've done a lot on this. So this has really been my focus piece over the past 4 weeks. I think I have finished this alphabet and then stitched the top alphabet and done the border. So I've genuinely had this one lying round, and you know, once in a while I would stitch a couple of letters, and it adds up. And then you get to this. Now let me just hold this properly. Isn't that lovely? Look at that border. Isn't that beautiful? And I mean the crochet border now, the beautifully. I love that. It is not exactly the same as the original, but I think this one is very pretty and does come close. And the color of the red is very nice with the schoolhouse red. It's slightly brighter, but that's fine. I love the alphabets. I love how it comes together, and I don't know what it is about this one, but there feels like there is symmetry in it. And I think that's why I love this one, because I've been on the lookout for more red samplers, and often I don't love them because there's no symmetry, and they sort of have empty spots here and there, and I don't know, I love symmetry. So for this one, I found it and I thought that's just perfect, just perfect. So I'm going to make this into a pattern and hope to have it available on the 1st of November in my Etsy shop. So if you would like this, just like the shop and you'll get a notification when it is ready for purchase. And I look forward to that. And Jenny, I will be in touch with you because I might want to ask you if we can put some crochet advice for people who want to crochet their own border. So I will be in touch with you. But I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. And I will attach it. And next time, hopefully, you will see it fully finished. I don't know what to do with the back. I have been careful stitching the back. So I haven't pulled any threads. I think it's a very neat job. So it could be like this. I'm also considering maybe putting some felt, like a felt or fabric at the back to sort of finish the back that way. But I don't know yet. And like I said, I've really minded the back because I wasn't sure how I wanted to finish it, so I thought I just have to restart with every letter and not pull my thread. So I think the back is okay. So that's my second reproduction, all done. And I love it. Love it, love it. Very proud of it. And I hope Georgina, and I still haven't got any more information on Georgina. I would have loved that, but I don't have any. Um, but I hope she would have liked this. So that would be great. That is that one done. Then we move to another finish. Now there's a whole story with this as well, so I'm just going to chat. These were the ones I have shown you last time. This is by Primrose Cottage. Primrose Cottage? I think so. They have the B series, and I've done these two. Now I have added a third, and it is Be Nice or Buzz Off. And when I was stitching this, I was so tempted to just finish this one and put it on my desk at work. I haven't yet, but I might. So that's 3 done. And aren't they nice? I have changed some of the colors just because I had them in stash for the first one, and I've just carried on because I want them all to be in the same color palette. So I'm just continuing. And I'm also using the same fabric, which I think is off-white. And I have quite a big piece of fabric, so I can just keep going for a little while longer. Love this one. Not entirely sure yet about this. I picked the darker one for the wings, but I might pull it out and put the lighter blue for the wings. I might like that better. But in the grand scheme of things, it does not matter. Isn't that just pretty and cute and fun? I think so. So that's another finish. And then I received mail because I got a where is the other one? Oh, I didn't grab it. I'm just gonna pause you and I'll be right back. Right, I received mail from Sarah from Sew Me Sarah. We do watch each other's Flosstubes and we mention each other sort of regularly. And she was kind enough to get in touch with me saying, "Oh, I see you like the B series. I have a few patterns that I think she's already stitched." And she was happy to pass them on. So I received, and this is too kind, Sarah, so thank you very much. I received Kind Words Are Like Honey, Sweet to the Soul. I love this one. Love this one. I also received Honeybee Quaker, which is very cute. And then I received the big one. So I received Hive Rules, and I love that one. And I don't know yet if I'm going to stitch it as a whole or in small, it's basically the sizes that I've been doing now. I don't know yet. I think I might do them in smaller sections and have all these little pillows in a big area. I have an idea for the summer. But I love this one, and it has a bonus chart, and I can't show you the bonus chart, but I really like it. It is Welcome to Our Hive, and it doesn't have a picture, it's just a pattern, so I can't show you it. But I love this, and I know they have plenty, so I'm just going to keep going because it's just so fun. And the colors are so fun. They are not the colors out, it's turquoise and yellow. And that's not my, you know, my first color palette to go to, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm making a few changes. So I've started the Kind Words Are Like Honey. I was in a train yesterday. My friend and I went to Den Haag, The Hague, and we had a lovely day. We went to the International Palace of Peace, which was great. We went to a Binnenhof, so it's basically where our government is seated. And we went basically just around to different palaces. There's several palaces there. And then at the end, we went to het Mauritshuis. And if you enjoy paintings, that is a place to go. It is fabulous. It has a lot of the Dutch masters. So there's a lot of Rembrandts. Vermeer, so the girl with the pearl earring, is hanging there. Frans Hals, Jan Steen. There are so many Dutch painters there, and it's just, I was quite overwhelmed when I was there with how much beauty is there. It's so stunning. And then they currently have a very small exhibition, but it's still very nice from some of the royal, well, not the royal, some of the um, estates in England, like Holcombe. Is it Holcombe House or Holcombe Manor? I'm not sure. Um, Holcombe Hall might be that. I'm not sure. But there, I think there were three, and that was one of them. And they have lent out some of their pieces, and they have an exhibition on that. So we had a great time yesterday. It was absolutely lovely. We had some good food and some good chats. And I did some stitching because that is 2 hours to and 2 hours back by train. So I did this. And I did change the colors. So like I said, I'm continuing in the same color scheme I did for my very first one. And that one had the dark green and the light blue and the yellow as letters. And with this one, charted, I would have to go with a 645, which is sort of a grayish brown. But instead I went with the green because that just fits with the rest. I love it. I love it. So thank you very much, Sarah. I'm enjoying myself. And I'm doing all of it on 18 count with 2 strands of floss. And only the first one, which is this one, is where I have used the suggested um, overdyed for the light blue. And then with the second one, I thought I can't be asked. I don't have enough, and I'm just going to use the DMC suggested, and it's absolutely fine. I don't prefer the overdyed on this one. So isn't that lovely? I love this series. I'm just going to keep going. I'm very happy with it. And I got a lovely card from Sarah. Absolutely perfect. Teacups, flowers, butterflies, a bird. What more do you want? Really, they should make a pattern of this so we can stitch it. Isn't that lovely? Thank you, Sarah. Right. I had a giveaway. Last time I gave away pairs, and the time before that I was giving away seasons. Now the winner of that has not come back to me yet. So she might have missed the previous one. So I'm just re-announcing it. It was this. It was the Jardin Privé with all the seasons. And it was going to go to at Purple Paul. I'm putting it on the screen. So if you recognize that as your handle, your name on YouTube, do get in touch with me via email. And then I can send this to you. If you're no longer interested, just drop me a note and then I can collect a new winner for this because quite a few people were interested in this. So then it can just go to someone else. But if you are still interested, send me an email and then I can put this on the post for you. Absolutely lovely patterns. Then the pairs, where did I put that? There we go. Has a new winner, and I think it's going to Germany. So this is going to at Anna Kreuzstich. I think that's how I say it. I'm sorry, Anna, if I'm doing it wrong. But again, have a look at the screen because I'll put your name there. If that is you, send me an email and give me your address, given that if you are above 18, and then I will send this to you. I might, and that also goes for this one, I might take it out of the plastic so that it's just paper. So Anna Kreuzstich, congratulations. And this is a lovely little pattern, the pairs. I love that one. Then we move on to my progress, and I think I have a new start somewhere. We'll get there. We'll do everything just. It was this one, Peace on Earth, and I started this last time. It is by Little House Needleworks. I really like this one, and I got it from Het Garenhuis. I'm still waiting on my Moon Deer, by the way, so it hasn't been framed yet. It's still with Garenhuis, and I'm waiting for a call so I can collect it. Obviously, you will be the first to see it. Anyway, Peace on Earth, and I've been stitching it with the eggnog as prescribed, and I didn't like it, so I moved to a white, and I have chosen to stitch it with Soie d'Alger. So only the white, so the snow and the houses are going to be stitched with silk. The rest of it is DMC or overdyed. So it's a mix of everything basically. And I I like the white in light like this. There sometimes this light, especially when light is brighter, it is too white. So it is a bit difficult to figure out the right one. But this is definitely better to my eye than the eggnog I was working with before. So it is not dirty snow now. It is white snow. And I do love stitching with Soie d'Alger, one strand of floss. It is on 20 count. And I think this one is cranberry and overdyed. I'm using some of the called for, but I've just picked from stash as well. And I do think this is very pretty. So Christmassy again. So yeah, I've enjoyed stitching it. And this is sort of starting the vase in the house. Is that focusing? And it is a lot of white stitching. So if like I said, I'm enjoying it with Soie d'Alger, one strand of floss. I would not enjoy it if it was 2 strands of DMC and it would be this much. I don't think I would do that. But like this, it's fine. So I'm quite happy with that one. And I think I'll continue. Like I said, in this light, it's the perfect white. But yeah, it depends. The next one I'm doing is Needleworker. This is an easy stitch. I stitched quite a lot on this when I was on the train to Kampen first, which is where my brother and his wife and their children live. And my brother was celebrating his birthday, and I was then visiting with them and then going all the way to Groningen with my parents. So, I had a couple of days at home, which was lovely. Spent some time with my mum and dad. And I did quite a bit of stitching on this one. It's not yet finished, I'm taking my time. But it is fun. It is a fun little stitch. And I'm currently an E-worker. I don't know what that means, but there you go. I'm not sure about this row. I've stitched it in, but sometimes I wonder if it's nicer without it. So, yeah, I might want to frog that. But here we are at the moment. I'm changing colours. I've just pulled from stash, so it is whatever I'm making of it. This colour, the main colour is sable. And it's overdyed. I think most of it is overdyed on this one. And it's getting a little bit of a Christmassy outlook with the green and the red. But that's okay. I don't mind. So there we go. And also I have to say, this is an XDU Design fabric. And what I love about this, absolutely love about this, is every time I iron this, it smells so good. I don't know what they put in it, but it smells lovely. And I like that. The next one is a Shannon Christine. I've been doing a lot of Shannon Christine lately. I don't know, I have those moments. And this is I was no longer a member of her club, and then I decided I missed it and became a member again. And I saw this one. This is an autumn piece, and I will put it on the screen. And it's so cute. It's a little house. It's symmetrical. What more do you want? And the little sunflowers. It's very autumny. So I decided to just go for it. It's not big. So it's just a lovely little stitch to have lying around. As you can see, I've been working on one side of it, done some of the gingham. I love the way she does her gingham. So sweet. And I stitched this on, I think it's 18 count, 2 strands of floss. Very lovely. So I will work on that one a little bit more. Then I did this one, which is by a Dutch designer, and it's on Etsy. And I will put that in the description box below. It is a fox. I don't know. I think it's called something like Fox Art Nouveau or something. And I've done quite a bit on this one, and I think I'm about 50% now. So I've done quite a bit up here, and then I worked the fox further, and I think it is turning out into something. It's very different from what I stitch otherwise. I like stitching different things, you know that about me. And this one is very different, and it'll be lovely when it's finished. And these colors are just lovely to work with. So I've got the sort of the paws done here, and I'll continue with the fox and the moon. I've started the moon as well. You can see the little circle, half circle there. Lovely little stitch. Yeah, enjoying it. I'm doing 18 count, 2 strands of floss. Yeah. And then I've got 2 more to show you. Then I always forget. This one is from, oh, I'm gone blank. I don't remember. I'll put it in my description box. I've shown their pattern several times before, and I've got a few of theirs. I've forgotten. And I've done quite a bit on this one. I did quite a bit on this one when I was at home. I think it's Entrelacs Blue or something as a name for the pattern. And I genuinely did a lot. I worked this motif with the darker blue and the grey, and then I continued on the inside with the sort of the middle blue, and then I added the white, and then I did a little bit here. So that is, that's good going because it's quite dense, all these sort of borders. And I love this one. This one's going to be so beautiful. But it is a lot of stitching, and I'm taking my time. I'm stitching it on 20 count with 1 strand of floss, which is neater than the 18 count. Is that focusing properly? There you go. Absolutely love it. It's not that many colors. It's not that many colors. Yeah, very pretty. And I loved adding these 2 colors because they were new to the whole scene, and they're just very pretty addition. And I find this so effective. It's only 2 colors, but it is beautiful and it's so elegant. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I can only recommend this one. Mind you, like I said, it is a lot of stitching. So it is a commitment that you're starting. And then the last one I worked on, which is Keep Calm and Cross Stitch from CrocetteagoGo. Mind you, I've also worked on Autumn by CrocetteagoGo, but I've not done that much, so I'm not showing it. But I have done quite a bit on this one. So the last time I've shown it to you, I had this row, and I've now added this section to it. And it's a lovely thing to stitch. It's so sweet. It's just fun, basically. It's just fun, and the colors are lovely. Very soft pink, soft blue. It is repetition, so it's repetitive. This flower is the same. I've stitched it 4 times now. So it's not a piece that I grab continuously, because at some point you think, okay, I've done those flowers. I need to stitch something else. Same for the scissors, they will come back again and again. So yeah, there is repetition to it, but it's so sweet. I think the only thing, because with the pink, the darker pink on the outside sort of matches the inner pink. With the blue, the outside blue is much darker. So that's the only difference. I'm sometimes wondering if I should get another blue for the flowers, just so the contrast isn't so big. But it's very sweet. That little mouse was lovely to do. I was flying through that. Oh, there you go. 20 count, 1 strand of floss. Very sweet. So that's all my cross stitching. Now I haven't had that much time because my coursework is taking quite a lot of time at the moment. And because I was doing the reproduction, I thought I want to get that one done because I want to move on also to the back of the sofa. And let me take this moment to thank all of you who, because I've received so much love for my pattern, the one I've put out, which is in Etsy, and you can find it there if you're interested. Um, I've received, well, I've sold it quite a lot, and I've just received love about it. So thank you very much. If you've liked it or purchased it or just scrolled past it, it's all fine and good. But I just, yeah, I've been overwhelmed a bit with how people have responded to it, and I look forward to making another one in that series, which is going to take a lot of time, mind you. Um, I did go on Marketplace, which is an online second-hand place. And I found this one, and I didn't realize it was this massive. It is embroidered or stitched with wool. It is, I don't know, this might be 6 count or something. It's so big, but it is beautiful. And I found it, and I think it's a meter by a meter, something like that. And I contacted the lady and she said, "Oh, it's very big, but I can post it to you." And then I said, "Can you take it out of the frame instead? Be easier for postage and I don't need a frame." So she took it out. Her husband was able to rip it out. And that's lovely. And they send it to me. And I'm going to reproduce this one as well. It's from 1933. And it is a beautiful, beautiful peacock. And I love the roses. It has my initials. I don't know why, HW, but there you go. And it's 1933. It was stitched by a lady, Gerrit Dina Siemerink, who was born in 1877. So she stitched this with wool. I don't know if you can see that properly, but it's stitched with wool. The only thing I'm not sure about is this section. So the colors of this rose to me are not nearly as good as the colors of that rose. So I think I will pull on these colors and make this one similar. And I'm not sure about this section. I somehow think it takes away from the beautiful flowers and the beautiful peacock. So I may just make a sort of a border of roses and then draw on this one and make a border of roses and the peacock. But I will reproduce this one as well, and I can't wait. I think this is so pretty. And can you imagine, because I'm going to do it on 20 count, compared to this, that's going to be tiny, tiny. But it's going to be so pretty. So yeah, I was very pleased I found this one. And it's so, so beautiful. That peacock. And those colors are beautiful. And I think she's done, yeah, she's done 10 stitch. So it's not a full cross stitch, but that's okay. You can't see that really. Love it. Love it, love it. So in due course, I will focus my attention onto this one. But it's lovely to know that this one is waiting for me, and one day I'm going to make a beautiful pattern for this. And let me know if you like this. And then we move to my haute couture because I've done more coursework. I've been challenged more to do other things, and I've loved it. And I think I'm my brain is sort of working out what I want to do in the future, and I would love to do something with my skills in this area. And I don't know exactly what yet, but I think I'm moving closer to what I want. So last time I showed you little flowers that I made, and they were very pretty and very dainty. And then the next assignment was to make something with leather and lace. Now, I am not a leather or lace kind of person. I like lace, I just don't really have it much. Um, and so I made something with leather and lace. So what you do is you basically stitch the lace onto the organza, and you do that invisibly. So I did a lot of stitching in the thicker bits of the lace. Then I added all the sequins and the beads by hand. These are the leather flowers that I made with a technique, and I've forgotten the name, but it's like the pasta, and you put it together like the pasta shape, and you put three together, and you have yourself a flower. And then we had to make motifs from the lace, and you had to stitch them on the outside with the tambour needle. So that's basically what this is. And I think it's very pretty. I can see a massive thread hanging here. I'm sorry. At the back. Look away. Look away. See? I'm putting my hand over it. I loved this lace. So you basically cut out the shape of the lace. The lace is fully sort of similar pattern over and over again. So I had to cut out a shape that would be interesting, if you will. And then I had to make those little flowers from the leather. I don't really like working with leather. I still don't like working with leather. It's not my favorite fabric, but I enjoyed the lace, so I hope to do more with lace. And the stitching with a tambour needle is getting easier and easier by the day. I really find that easier now. So that was one of the assignments. Then I don't think I've shown you this. I've shown you this finished on my board, but I haven't shown you this finished as a brooch, I think. And if I have, I'm sorry, but this is part of the story that this is what I think I want to do in the future, because I really enjoyed making this brooch. And it has a felt on the back and a little pin, and it's got metal thread around it, so you can sort of shape it. And I think I would like to make 3D flowers, completely bedazzled, and people can use that for pretty dresses or other things. So this is very much a beginner one, but I have things in my head, and if I can ever make that, that'd be very pretty. Um, yeah, this was one of the first things I made. Then I also made little flowers. We had to make little flowers. You do that basically with needle and thread and beads. And these flowers are very, very small. So if you're in the Netherlands, it is about a 20p coin, maybe even smaller than that. So it's very small. And I put 5 of them. So the assignment was make 10 identical flowers by hand, basically. And so I did. So I have sequins at the bottom. Those are green. Then I have a cup sequence, which is gold. And then I have several different kinds of beads in the middle. Can I show you that? And they had to be sort of identical in size. So you had to, because with cross stitch, you just count the holes, and on organza or on tulle, that's more difficult. And so you have to sort of measure it out by eye. And then I put them on a little hair clip. So I could, if I wanted, wear this in my hair. I haven't yet. I had made a second hairpin, like this, with black and gold. And I wore that on the train journey to my brother's house. And I lost, I think, 3 flowers. So I'm still working on what kind of glue to use on this. So it's very delicate. And I made 2 of these because I had to make 10 flowers anyway. So where am I? There I am. Isn't that pretty? I think it's so pretty. So yeah, if I can figure out how I can make sure it's sturdy and you can actually wear it and not lose the flowers, that'd be a lovely thing to be able to make. So I was very happy to do that. And then I'm gonna take you with me. Am I gonna take you with me? Yes, I'm gonna pause you so I can go over there, and I'm gonna show you another flower. Here we are at my embroidery stand. So this is the organza again, and pulled taut between these white, whatever they are called. And the assignment was this time to look at a dress by a couture fashion house, and then try to remake it, or give your own interpretation of it. And so I picked a Dior dress that I like, and then made my own sort of. It's in a way, it's also a reproduction, but it's also giving my own flavor of it. And also, obviously, the person who embroidered that dress is a lot more skilled than I am at the moment. So you can see that in the delicacy of the things they did and what I've made of it. This is what I've made, and I'm going to put it to the side so I can put a picture of the dress next to it on the screen. So um, you should be able to see the flower and the triangle shape underneath it that I have then decided to work with. Um, you can see that I've used buckle beads, so those are longer beads. I've used the sequins, and in this section I have again made those little flowers that I've also made hairpins of. Now these are even smaller than the one with the hairpin. So if this is my finger, it is sort of the top, it's sort of like my fingernail size. Here the buckle beads are put side by side rather than in a long row. And again, I've done the little sequins in the back, and then I've made little stems with the buckle beads and some regular beads. This is just back and forth with a gold thread, and I think it comes out beautifully. I love this. I think that's very robust, but still very pretty. Um, and then some chenille and some raffia to sort of put some other materials in there. But I think this has turned out nicely. I think if I would have all the time in the world, I might have fully stitched the inside of this with a swaddle thread before I would put the sequins in and the stems in. But I don't have all the time in the world, and sometimes choices need to be made. And at the moment, there's not much I do with this. So I have this. I could make something with it, but at the moment I don't, and I just put them in a box. So I have a collection of things that I can do. And then I'm currently working on some things that are not assignments, but we have assignments where we basically have to study some fashion and some embroidery. And I wanted to have something going as well, embroidery wise. So I've decided to make some brooches and see if I can make something pretty out of this lotus flower and out of this regular flower. You can see my hook hanging there. It shouldn't be hanging there, but I'm working the beads on the other side. So I should have, uh, I flipped it over to show you this one, but I'm working on the other side to get the beads attached. And hopefully next time I can show you these two, that I'm using a metal thread, and then I'm using the beads. So this again can be shaped a little bit. And I think that adds to the prettiness of a brooch. So that's what I've been doing over here. And hopefully next time again I can show you more assignments or more new designs, things I've made. So that is my Flosstube for today. I've shown you my preparations for my Christmas market. I've shown you my reproduction. I've shown you a new reproduction that is in the waiting room, basically, for the future. And some of my tambour embroidery and some progress. I'm still doing cross stitching. I still find that the most relaxing thing to do, the most relaxing thing to stitch. So I will continue with that. And I've shown you my own little Christmas um, thingy. So if you want to stitch something small, you can find that in my Etsy shop. I thank you all very much for the support. I've loved this community, you know that. And I love stitching and I love being creative. And I find that this space allows for that. So I can try new things, I can enjoy working with thread and needle and beads now and everything that comes with it. And I just love it. So thank you very much. And I hope to see you all again in I think in about 4 or 5 weeks. So I wish you all a lovely autumn and I'll see you then.